Hi there, it's your YouTube friend Brad here, and it is part 3 of how I monetize this channel. And again, if you didn't see part 1 or part 2, you should check those out because I kind of give a deep dive into basically how I started the channel, the revelations I made on how things would get monetized. And a friend of mine who's starting up a YouTube channel said, you know, a lot of people do those. You should kind of, because he's asking me all the time, how do you do that? How do you get monetized? Or what did you do? And I explained that kind of in part 1 and part 2. Here in part 3, I'm going to take a really deep dive and tell you what I think is the most important and reasons why I started making decent money on this channel. And you can, again, ask me any question you'd like in the comments. I definitely will respond. If they're mean, I'll respond. I don't care. Be mean. Talk about my dead tooth or this. I wear the same thing. I like black. This is why I wear this. I don't know why people get such their panties in a bunch about what I'm wearing, but I appreciate people watching. And I also ask you to subscribe because I'll do more videos like this as I learn more. But hopefully this will be helpful to you if you're a YouTuber and you're trying to monetize your channel. Again, this was just a small little thing, but it turned into a nice, helping pay off small little debts. So I appreciate you joining me here, but I appreciate all the people that have helped me. My friend Jason Canal from GQ Barbecue is the one who really, I saw his YouTube channel and I saw that he was getting, 5,000 views per video. And I was just curious. I'm like, what did you do? And he's got a ton of subscribers. And again, I haven't really figured out the way to get more subscribers. I think you just need people to, hit the button. You need people to share. I don't normally go out and say subscribe or smash the button or whatever, but maybe I need to do more of that because I would like more subscribers, of course, because that is what, first of all, helps you get more people to watch your channel, and that turns the algorithm going for YouTube. So one thing that I did right away, a friend of mine, again, Jason, told me, is get the TubeBuddy app. It's TubeBuddy, and it basically ties into your YouTube, but it gives you the checklist of things to make sure you're doing every time you put a video out there. And this might sound stupid, but sometimes you forget, and these things are, add it to a playlist. Make sure you've put it in a playlist. Add cards. Always have cards up top because you want people maybe clicking around and going to your next video. Add an end screen. Always have an end screen because then it promotes your channel, gets people kind of sticking to your channel, and they can click to the next video. They subscribe, click to your playlist. That's what I try to do, is just have people stay on the playlist that they're on. Also make sure that you upload a good thumbnail. It'll tell you, is this a high-res thumbnail? You want a good presentation for the video. So when it's rolling and you're scrolling on YouTube, it catches their eye. I tried a lot of that, and I just realized for me, it was more about the quality of the interview and the name of the title of the video. But that's one of the biggest things that I think gets views, is that the title needs to be good. Of course, you need to have a good catchy title, but your description should really match the title. You should have the same, what they say is tags. So your tags, your title, and your description all should have kind of the same thing. So if you see a lot of the videos over the past year, I learned having the word Howard Stern, former staff employee or staff employee, something like that, and then Artie Lange update. And again, you can go back and look at my video from part 2 why I did that. But I noticed that having all 3 of those somewhere in my tags, in my description, and my title, it began a groundswell of people going to my channel to take a look. That was the first big thing. Another thing, it's very easy. I'm sure people know that there's the YouTube Studio Creator app. There's also obviously on the desktop, you can go look, and you can spend hours just checking out analytics on your channel. It does help though, because it shows you, the views, watch time, and that kind of gives you a thought of like how many people are watching your channel. And basically, I think they work hand in hand. A friend of mine, Charlie, always asks, well, which one is it? Is it views or is it watch time? In my opinion, it's sort of both. I went and really meticulously looked at it. I felt like watch time was a smidge more. You want to get people to watch longer, I think, because then more ads can run. So just getting views of your channel, of your video might be good, but if they're only watching it for 30 seconds, it's an hour long, it's not going to really matter. But when you have a video that gets a lot of watch time, that means you can put some more ads in there, which I'm going to talk about in a second. So in my opinion, it looks like watch time is definitely going to be something that's going to give you more hours or more money, more monetization on your video. Another thing that you can look at on that Studio Creator is the click-through portion of the analytics. And what that means is how many times when you're scrolling through YouTube does someone actually go, oh, I want to watch that video? And they keep track of that. And so that's what really helps my videos, because I have the name Howard Stern in there, I have Artie Lange's name in there, I have a former staff employee, and people who watch videos about Howard Stern, it'll kind of populate in there because YouTube obviously does the algorithm. Oh, people want to see Howard Stern videos. And that's why I picked out that topic. I mean, it wasn't something that was just in my head, oh, I'm going to just start doing Howard Stern interviews. But when I realized it was going to start getting a lot of viewership and people enjoyed them, it was going to make a little bit of money, damn right, I was going to do more interviews with people from the Howard Stern show. And I got into the loop and the algorithm of people that watch, because I go back and take a look at old videos like that, and they make me laugh. But I somehow got in there, and I feel like that's what really worked for me. So the other thing I noticed is when search terms are high, is when you're obviously going to get more views on your channel. So in August of 2020, Artie Lange's name was searched 21% of the time. That's how they found my channel. It's down to like 7%. But at that point, back in August of 2020, he had just kind of left social media or wherever he went, and no one know where he went. And that was just about 3 or 4 months out. Now we're, halfway into 2021. It's been about 20 months and people don't seem to really look that up. I still put that in the title because it works. Plus, I ask every single person if they've heard from him because I'm interested in that. And it's true. It's an Artie Lange update. It might not be a great Artie Lange update. Well, I don't know where he is, but that's part of it. Another thing I noticed is just when you put, the videos with the most views, obviously you're going to get the most money. And what I noticed in June of this year, getting Tracy Millman to join me, that bumped up my money. People have not heard from her. So it's really got to be a video somebody's, really looking to see. I've put a bunch out there and some of them don't hit. And that, just because it says Howard Stern in the title doesn't mean people want to see an Ian Halperin interview about Howard Stern or even Al Rosenberg. I love those guys. I appreciate them coming on, but they're not really people. Evidently, people don't want to hear from them. I wanted to hear from them. But Tracy was one. In March, Scott DePace, he hadn't done my show yet, and he did it with Doug. Huge pop because Scott DePace doesn't do a lot, and people love to hear from him. He was on the show a lot, and of course, when Howard TV was dissolved, it didn't end well. So I think people want to hear what they have to say and hope that they'll throw some bombs. I don't think Scott threw many, but he was good enough. And the month before that, Shuli came on and was the most highest. You can look at any one of my videos; it's the second highest viewed video. People love Shuli. They love to hear what he had to say. And even though he's doing his own podcast, at that time he had just left. Again, Brent Hatley was another one. He came on in November. I appreciate all these guys doing this because it helped me. I hope it helped them as I tried to help promote them. But those are the biggest videos. So it's obviously the ones with the biggest name that people wanted to see. But I also never deviated from putting Howard Stern's name in there, having the same description. You can see in my description it basically matches the title from what I see. You basically want to have the same description and title, and then the tags matching that. So Howard Stern's in there, Shuli if he's on part of the show, and that's basically how I got to see all of this, all these views appear on my channel. I found when I upload, it obviously makes a difference because people really aren't watching. So you can go to your analytics and see when people are watching your channel, but it's going to be pretty close, for me it was, to when people watch TV. So Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and a little bit on Thursday, it goes down. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a little bit on Sunday, but definitely Friday nights, Saturday nights, people aren't watching pretty much all day Friday, Saturday. So what I found was I started uploading on Mondays in the afternoons, early afternoons, I tried to, at lunch. And so it could get cycled into the system so that by the time people go watch my channel or go watch YouTube, 5 o'clock, wherever they are, I'm in the central time zone, but then it would spike. And I totally see that. They would get quick spikes from early, just that it would start, people were getting notifications. That's a big one. I asked for people to, turn on notifications so you can see when things go, but you would see it quickly jump once the nighttime hit. So that was a big thing. Also in the description, I was talking about Again, this is from my friend Jason Ganal, and I saw it. I didn't ask him, but if you just look at his descriptions, there's just so many links of where to go, to go here to go look at this video, go here to check out my playlist. So hopefully, I don't know if people are going to the description for all that, but I make sure that in the description I have different links. So I want people to stay on my channel. That's a big thing. So that's a note for you. If you're putting out a channel, make sure your description has some links. You want people to see, oh, I like that interview with Shuli. Maybe he did something with Brett. Those are big ones. I also, always check to see what people are searching for. Howard Stern's name is big, so sometimes people are searching for it. If there's a big article that comes out in the New York Post, that turns into a lot of people searching for Howard Stern. And so I see an uptick in my videos and I go, what's going on? I take a look. I'm like, oh, there's just an article out about the Howard Stern show. So again, views, watch time, click-through rates, get that analytics channel going in your app or on the desktop, and just take a look. Try to be more global with your thoughts on what you're going to do on your channel. I want to see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Again, I want to talk about who said no. I think a lot of people want to hear who have I asked and who said no. I'm going to give you that list in a second. But the main thing was that I noticed was I was doing just local Cardinal baseball stuff and opening baseball cards and showing old videos. But the interview that I did with Stuttering John and Casey and Jackie the Joke Man right before this exploded, those were the ones getting all the views. And it was a light bulb. Oh, that's what people want. For me, it was the Johnny Bench thing was first. So I'm like, oh, people want to see old videos. They want to see, but there was nothing controversial in there. Here I had some former Stern members, and it was big. Oh, one other thing that I've noticed, if you're, and I didn't realize this, when you hit the monetize button, the little dollar sign, it'll give you different options. Click all of those to make sure you're monetizing if you can. There's so many display ads, overlay ads. But the one thing that I didn't even really realize till the very end, or till a couple of months ago, was adding ad breaks myself. You can only do this on the desktop site, but you want to click add ad breaks, and you can just add those manually. YouTube can do it for you. I like to add them myself. I know people get a little angry, but you watch TV show, they go to break every 5-6 minutes. That's what this is. I'm trying to make a little money off it. You can go in and do that yourself, and that way you can self-place your ad breaks. And I try to do 6 or 7 in an hour show, and that's a big tip I want you to know. All right, so who have I talked to and who has not come on the show? You know what? I'm going to talk about the future of this podcast, and I'm going to talk about who said no in part 4. So hopefully you subscribe, keep an eye out for part 4, and I thank you for watching.